Hello everybody and welcome back to the fourth installment of Enderal Forgotten Stories. Now if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I post these videos every week on a Friday, so don't miss them. And if you're returning, then welcome back. I'm glad that you're back to watch the fourth episode of Enderal. Let's get straight in. Okay, so from where we left off, we were just speaking to Constantine Firespark. Yeah, 'cause here's Jaspar. He told us before to meet him in the Dancing Nomad for a chat, so that's where I'm going to head. Oh, where am I going? Oh, hi. Firespark. I don't need to talk to you. Yeah, I do want to do those side quests with Jaspar, as you have the chance to romance him later in the game. And I usually go for Jaspar when given the option.
This is Holy Grand,
oh God.
Outlander. You do not belong here.
He scared me. Jesus.
I still can't believe.
This is Holy Grand, Outlander. You do not belong here.
Yeah, so I'm going to use the signpost, so let's see here, just a sec. Yeah, here. After the mercenary Jaspar delivered me to safe and sound the Nomary's mage, he offered to meet me in the Dancing Nomad in a good time. So yeah, I'm going to use the signpost here to go to the foreign quarter, because that is where the Dancing Nomad is. Yeah. This artwork is very nice. I wish my computer was just a bit quicker to go through these loading screens, but I mean, you get to see the nice artwork, so it's fine. Visit taverns. You can restock your supplies, hear the latest rumours, or simply listen to the bards. Yeah, the bard songs are pretty nice. Here we are. Oh, I've gone up in the levels. Let me go do that then. Alright, so still sticking with the one-handed skill tree. This is swords. I'm guessing this is maces, yeah, and axes. So, it's between swords and maces for me, but at the moment I've got a mace, so yeah, it's mace. What's the next one? Well, it looks some good stuff on there. That'll be our next level up. Now look here. Since the deaths of the Lightborns, many animals have gotten unusually aggressive. So they're saying that it's like it's because of the Red Madness, and that is also why the wolves are OP. Okay, so let's go find Jaspar and have a chat with him and get to know him more. I like how there are people dancing.
As I said, the offer stands.
Oh.
Just think about it, okay?
Who's talking to?
Take care.
Where did I put that?
Don't look at me. I want to know who that is.
Hey, you came. Come on, take a seat.
Okay. Oh god, I'm still wearing that dress.
So, tell me, how are you holding up? It must have been quite the whirlwind. Yesterday, a refugee from another country, and now a prodigy with a magic great enough to impress old Bushybeard.
I'm fine, thanks for asking.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm quite curious to see how things keep on with you. You're different. I noticed that the time we met. Anyhow, tell me, what do you make of this country now that you've had some time to look around? I figure it must be quite the change from Nerem.
Well, you're right about that.
Shoot. Yeah, I can picture that. You know, this is exactly the reason why I love inns so much. The sky can rain fire out there. In here, you'll always meet laughter and good humor. Not to mention all the good-looking men and women.
A richly set table indeed. I think he's gonna like this.
Absolutely.
Well,
Though I
didn't
think
say.
I've seen enough of this place by now. Of Enderal, I mean. There's a ship sailing for Calais next morning, and as it seems, it will be the last one for quite some time to come. Who knows? Maybe they still have a cabin to spare for a handsome treasure hunter.
What, you want to leave in spite of all that's happening?
Oh well. This entire thing was more a coincidence than planned anyhow. The Order needed someone with skill and discretion, and I was around. End of story. I never intended to stick around for much longer. Heck, me as an ambassador of the Holy Order, could you imagine that? Not one step further, O fair maiden. Drop your garment so we may both bathe in Malphas's holy light. Actually not that bad, don't you think?
Very convincing.
Oh, you're too kind. But you know, at the end of the day, I guess I'd probably lack both the pathos and the idealism for such a profession. You know, I'm aware of how these esteemed keepers up there talk about sellswords like me. I could save 30 virgins from a Myrmidon rampage. At the end of the day, they'd always say I did it for the money, because I wanted to bed the women, or whatever. I'm driven by inferior motives, while no matter what their actions end in, they are good guys, because they do things for the right reasons. If only they'd understand that it's results that matter, not intentions. What does the wise hermit say? Nothing is of less importance to the saved than the reason for their rescue. The only difference between a mercenary like me and a holy warden is that I'm at least aware of the fact that I do what I do for myself, and no one else.
What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that all those heroes and self-declared messiahs are no better than everyone else. In the end, we are all selfish, because we always act in accordance to what we think we have to be like. So yes, maybe the keeper saves the farmer from the bandits. But at the end of the day, he does it because he sees himself in a certain light. You know, the funny thing is that a lot of times, it's especially those who think of themselves driven by a higher purpose who are the really dangerous ones. They don't understand what drives them, and that makes them easy to manipulate. The only thing left to do for the capable hate-monger or tyrant is to somehow combine his own ambitions with the mental image of this person. And presto, you got your perfect puppet, only waiting to dive into the next hail of arrows for their honor, their religion, or whatever they thought of this time. It's just so idiotic, you know? The world would be a much better place if everyone could just acknowledge that the only reason we're here is that we want to be happy.
He does have a point, to be honest, but I'm gonna see if there's any more I can talk to him about. Come on. So what you're saying is that in the end every person just wants to be happy? That's the purpose of life?
Yeah. Seek bliss and avoid pain, as the wise hermit likes to say. And believe me, once you realize that that's how people just work, life is a lot better.
But you have to have some kind of goal in your life, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I do. And this goal is called surviving. And if possible, to be able to enjoy a good glass of wine or an exciting night from time to time.
Just to be clear, what you're saying is that we're all egotists, even the people others call heroes?
Oh, Blazes, you make it sound so dramatic. Doing something for your own sake doesn't make you selfish. But yeah, basically that's it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna end this part. I couldn't agree more.
You do? And here I thought I'd get an indignant cry and a splash of wine thrown in my face. That's how most people react. In any case, I think I'll take my leave now. I very much enjoyed our talk, but the ship to Calais leaves before the first cocks crow tomorrow, and I want some more time to think about it.
For what it's worth, I wouldn't mind if you stay. This city needs some more good-looking mercenaries.
Well, it most recently gained a good-looking Naramese woman.
Look at that.
Maybe that'll make up for when I
Yeah,
leave.
right, it won't.
Keep your chin up.
He always says keep your chin up. I love Jasper. Yeah, let me get out of these stupid clothes because they look ridiculous. Okay. So I think Ola is that drunk from earlier. Right, so I think we have to go to find a Myrad thing. Yeah. Yeah, use the Myrad to travel to the Northern Heartland. We've got to go find Rashêngrad. Oh god, I got stuck on that.
I just don't respect the elders anymore.
Right, where is the signpost?
Walk
Here.
blessed.
Ah, here it is.
My dad?
In the southern quarter, Myrad Tower. Okay, so here we are at the Myrad Tower and Ark. So I'm guessing go up here.
Yes?
Here we are.
Walk
Keeper.
blessed, friend. Where are you headed?
Well, there's a knowledge point. Could you tell me something about these creatures and Myrads?
How about Myrads? What is there to tell? They're beautiful animals, majestic and wild, and dangerous if you're unlucky enough to run into an untamed one. In the time before the Blood Moon Revolt, a long time ago, tame Myrads like this one here was a really rare sight. Nowadays, though, they're pretty common, at least here at Enderal. Pity, somehow.
Why pity?
Ah, I guess that sounds stupid, but I sometimes long for the times my grandfather lived in. Being a Myrad warden was far more prestigious back then, and even feared with Sublime or Keepers. Nowadays, well, you can guess. Riding a Myrad has become as ordinary as riding a mule. But, who am I to complain?
I see, and how exactly does the flying part work? How do the Myrads know where to go?
Oh, well, that's hard to explain. They communicate by clicking sounds. I, as a warden, have been trained to hear them, but you probably can't. And through those clicking sounds, I also tell them where you want to go, before you mount them. Obviously, that only works for routes that the Myrad already knows by heart.
Ah, I need a flight.
Sure, where to?
I think it was the Northern Heartland, but I can't honestly remember. Let me check. Yeah, Northern Heartland.
Walk blessed. Sure, where to?
Northern Heartland, please. Off we go. So we are headed to Old Rashêngrad to talk to Rashêngrad. That she can supposedly help us with the fever. Okay. It's this way. It doesn't seem to be that far away. Bees. Oh no. What the hell's that? Oh my god, it's a bear. Run, 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 run. I do not want to tangle with the bear right now. They'd be harder than wolves. Come on. It's really, oh, it's quick. And wolves. Oh god. Come on. Here we are. I might just go in and it should stop following me. Oh god. It came in. Oh no, this is gonna stop me here, isn't it? Please don't attack me.
Shit! Get away from there! Now!
Did that kill the bear? No, it didn't. Oh, she's gonna kill it. Yay! Go Lashery. I'll help. Badass.
By the prophet's ass! 1 second later and I would have been scraping your remains off the floor. What in blazes are you doing here anyway?
What the heck was that, and where did you come from so suddenly?
Let's put it this way. I know how to hide when I don't want to be seen. And concerning the explosion, you stepped right into a Kyranian dust crystal. Get a little too close and wait a little too long, and you'll have your ass blown around your ears by an explosion that would put any cannon to shame.
I was sent by a mage named Constantine. Are you Lashery?
Lashiri? Oh my. The fellow really isn't one for names, is he? I'm Lashari, but never mind that. At least it proves you're not lying. Anyhow, I hope you're not the backup I asked for. I was hoping for someone more, impressive. No
I'm
offense.
offended. No. Constantine said that you could perform some kind of ritual on me to help me control my magic.
Is that so? Indeed. You have some uncontrolled magic inside you. And quite a lot of uncontrolled magic. Not bad. I've never felt anything like this before. Very well. If Constantine insists, I will perform the ritual on you. But it'll have to wait, since I'm up to my neck in this shit, as you've probably noticed. Short version or long version? Which do you prefer?
Short version.
We got ambushed. Why and by who, I have no idea. But I'd guess they're mercenaries. They must have found a hidden entrance, because one moment, I was upstairs and inspecting our mules. The next, I'm down in the ruin to find it flooded by these fuckers. Now, here's the thing. All my scrolls and the artifacts we've been searching for are still down there, as are my assistant and his Enderalian colleagues. And before you ask, yes, you can help me. You'll have to, actually, if you want me to tame your magic. I wouldn't have a chance fighting the mercenaries by myself, but the two of us might be able to do it, provided you can defend yourself, which I'm quite sure you can. What do you say? Are you ready?
Exactly how many mercenaries are we talking about?
No idea, but I don't think there are more than a dozen. Also, they don't anticipate any resistance, which is to our advantage.
Alright, let's go.
Fine, then follow me. And keep your weapons ready. I think I just heard footsteps down there.
Down there? That's pretty close. Are there people down here? I'm gonna sneak just in case. Oh, I think there are.
Wait. Shit. You were right. Get them.
Just try.
Of course you both decide to attack me. Come on. Die. Yes. Every fight is a hard fight in Enderal. Oh, it's Canis root though. Or moon carrot, whatever it is.
Stabbed like a pig.
Is that better than my mace? Yes, it is. I'm gonna use this instead. Hang on, Lashari. I keep cutting into her speaking.
Hang on. What's this?
Oh, there's a chest over here though, wait. Is there anything here?
By the prophet's ass.
I just keep cutting Lashari off, but I'm trying to make sure that I get everything I need, because I know there's quite a hard fight beyond here. Oh, there's nothing good in there.
I don't believe
What?
it.
Oh, what?
They're orders. My assistant, Sev. It seems he's the reason these fuckers managed to take us by surprise.
You have my sympathy.
Save it for Sev when I shove this staff up his ass and fire a thunderbolt.
She's angry. I would be too, to be honest. Come on, the Shari. I'll go then.
Shit, can you smell that? That's fire. So, these guys really are trying to destroy our research. We have to do something. You're adept at magic, right? Take this spell and use it to put out the fires. If I'm right, the mercenaries are trying to destroy the stone fragments, and we have to stop them. You take the lower part of the ruin. Try to save as many stones as you can. I'll take the upper part, and when it's all done, we'll meet here again.
Okay.
Oh, and one more
What?
thing. If you should find my assistant Sev down there, try to take him alive and bring him to me. I want to take care of him myself, okay? Then let's get going.
Okie dokie. So let me just. Okay. Lower or the higher part? No, I'm guessing lower part then, yeah. I couldn't remember what she said. Let's go. Just make sure that I save and get this fire extinguisher. Oh, battle music. So these are the stone fragments. Oh no, there's a mercenary. I might just avoid him. Wait, did I? Oh, I didn't extinguish. Come on.
You mean business?
Yes, I do. Oh god. Come on. Yes. That was cool. I'm gonna use a health potion. So there's 8 stones that we have to save, and we've just saved 2 of them, so I think they're right anyway. Come on. Yes. There's 5 of the 8. He doesn't have anything good on him. But I'm using up all my health potions. Come on. That's 7 the flames. Oh god, I better be quick then, because the Shari wants him alive, don't she?
What are you waiting? Oh, help me, damn it! Put out the
I'm gonna die. Oh, we've got poisons. Come on. Ah yes, easy kill. That's what you get for standing in the fire. Oh, I think Seb just died. Did he just die? Yep, he's dead. Damn it. That's alright though, it doesn't fail the mission. Shouldn't have been bloody standing in the fire then, should he? What's that? There's nothing really good in here. I'm looking for health potions mostly. Alright, let's carry on. I don't really have anything to up my health. And this is where Gonna Die a Lot lives up to her name. Come on. Oh, they've both got war axes. Warhammers. Oh no. Come on. Don't both attack me at the same time, please. I'm like nearly dead. That don't really do much. Poisons though. They'll be helpful. Come on. Yes! One's down. Oh, I just went. So yeah, going to dialogue lives up to our name. 7 more times.
The waiting for? Help me, Sammy! What are you waiting for? Help me! Fire! Me!
Yes. Oh my god. I finally killed them. That took so long. I'm gonna have to edit that. Oh, I can't even go this way. I've just been sitting here for about 40 minutes trying to do that. Here we are. I better not die here, because there is a lot I'm gonna have to edit in this. Mercenary leader? Oh no. Oh my god, that power attack. Come on. I'm just gonna keep hitting him with poison. Yes! Oh no, there's another one. Come on, please.
Die, bitch!
Whoa. Oh, that was a long fight. I told you gonna die a lot actually meant like we're gonna die a lot, because I died like so many times. I'm definitely gonna have to edit that somehow, because that is about 40 minutes of footage of me just dying. And we've saved all the charred stones, or uncharred stones. Now we've got to go talk to Rashêngrad. Hopefully she can actually do our, you know, fever thing now. What was that? Oh, nothing good. Let's go speak to Rashêngrad then. Where is she? Is she coming from the bottom? Oh, she's going from the top. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Hi.
Well, I'll be damned. That's what I call good timing. I take it you were successful? What about the fragments? Did you save them?
I did, they're all safe.
All of them? Call me a pregnant Lyran. You really are good at what you do. You won't regret it, I swear. What about Seb? Did you find him?
I did, yes. He died.
Fuck. That little shit. I was hoping I could make him tell us who's behind all this. Well, whatever. No use crying over spilt milk, I guess. What's your name, anyway? Amidst all this, we didn't have time for formalities.
Gonna die a lot. Pleased to meet you.
You're pleased? Well, that's good to hear. I actually had the feeling that I was a little rough on you. Sorry for that, really. Sometimes I just have a short fuse. Anyway, let's talk about the reason you're here. For starters, tell me how you managed to get the old ranter to trust you. That doesn't happen very often.
It's a long story.
I've got time. Uh-huh. So, you're saying that you learned all this, the magic, the swordplay, in such a short time? That's fascinating, to say the least. And these visions, if I understand correctly, you foresaw the death of the 2 apothecary?
Yes, and I know how crazy all of this sounds. It does.
It does indeed. But hey, who am I to judge? Here you are, the mysterious stranger who appeared out of thin air and, without much fuss, took out an entire group of sellswords. And even better, now you tell me that these skills come from studying magic for only a couple of weeks, and that you can see the future. You certainly are full of shit.
I beg your pardon?
Not you, sorry. I mean, I just had a strange thought. But no, that would be crazy. Way too unlikely.
Well, unlikely isn't a stranger these days. What do you mean?
Well, I'd like to speak freely, but I'm bound to my agreement with the Holy Order. However, I will tell Constantine and old Aranthiel about my theory. And you will probably have to be patient until the latter decides to put you in the picture. Sorry. But if my idea is correct, then we'll be in a position to really kick ass. Anyway, hold still for a moment. Ready? All right, let's do this. Don't worry, it'll just tickle a bit.
Oh, Jesus. Did I just pass out? Or black out, really?
Are you all right? That wasn't on purpose. Really.
How about a little warning next time?
Sorry, as I said, I didn't mean to do that. I have no idea what just happened. The ritual isn't exactly harmless, but normally you shouldn't feel more than a weak tickle at most, regardless of how it goes down. But, maybe this has something to do with the strangeness of your aura. I already said this, but it's so different.
You're not the first one to tell me that. What do you mean?
It's hard to explain. Somehow complex and cold, maybe. But hey, I'm probably just out of practice. It worked, and that's what matters. Your fever will now settle down to an endurable level, and maybe even vanish if you're careful. And now I suggest you return to Constantine. I will get the stones to safety in the meantime. You need anything else? If not, see you later. We're going to meet again. I can feel it.
Alright then, see you around.
Take care.
Oh Jesus, I'm on like a hair of a health. Well, at least I leveled up. Let me go do this. So yeah, our fever is now cured. Hooray! Now we can get that Coranian stance here. Increased attacking and moving speed. Sounds good. Right, so we've got to go back to Constantine Firespark and tell him all that's happened. Yeah, okay. Where do we... here. Right, that fight was hard, so I'm guessing as we go through playing this, it will get easier as our character progresses and levels up. Oh Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna use a teleport scroll. It's better than just having to pay money going on a Myrad. So yeah, report to Constantine about what has transpired.
There you are. Magister Chorus has been looking for you.
She talking to me?
Carlos,
Oh,
what's that?
that was good timing for her to start talking about
As
that.
if they'd ever listen to me.
Okay, so talking to Constantine Firespark again. So I'm guessing he's in the same place he was earlier.
Yeah, this just doesn't make any sense.
That's what they are.
Here he is. Hi,
Now, if it isn't the prodigy...
that's what you've been calling me.
Well,
Lishari performed the ritual on me. There were problems in old Rashêngrad though.
Yes, I know. She's already told me everything. Good work. Even though part of her report seemed to be a bit enthusiastic. But I'll leave the judgment to Aranthiel. He wants to talk to you anyway. Seems you've caught his interest.
Hey, Ranthiel. Can I find him?
In the Emporium, the last building on the left side of the temple. Just tell the guard that Aranthiel has asked for you, and they will let you in. Ah yes, before I forget. My dame Lucy has left a token of gratitude for you. It's your choice. Do you want a book, an old map, or a bag of pennies?
Well, the bag of pennies would probably be best at the moment.
Very well. Now get a move on. I'm sure we'll talk again
Okay.
later.
I love Constantine because he just messes up everybody's names.
Ah,
Like
yes. I
Lishari,
did.
instead it's
Magistrar
Lashari or
approved your
Lucy,
request.
and
We
then
will
calling
take care
Jaspar
of it as soon
Joseph
as
the
possible.
Scrounger. It's just great. Okay, so I have to go to the Emporium, which I'm guessing is this place here. Speak to Telor Aranthiel, one of my favourite characters. Are you gonna? I think I have to go through the back way because I have to talk to someone.
Huh, the
Oh.
notorious prodigy. I was told you know a lot about swordplay. I'd love to see if there's any truth to
Are
that.
you gonna fight me? Okay.
Well met.
She said that, and I thought I'd just imagine her to like draw her fists and just want me to brawl her at like that exact moment. Alright, go up the stairs.
It is a suspicion, Tila. And to send an entire division across the sea because of a suspicion...
Walk west.
We need to find out who sent the mercenaries. This Pegast said that they were after the Signet Stone, and if they succeed in getting hold of it next time, then the Black Guardian alone knows how to stop the cycle.
The cycle. Listening to you talk almost makes me forget that all this fuss here is merely based on some bad dreams you and your Neremese friends had.
The threat is real. Deny it as much as you like, but deep inside, you feel it as much as I do.
Tila, you're a commander, and a commander doesn't care about feelings, but about facts. You have made this mistake before, Tilor, back then in Kira, and we all
Natara,
know...
the mission will happen. I'm sorry.
You have a
Yeah,
visitor.
that's me, the prodigy.
So, you are the prodigy everyone is talking about. Interesting. I am Telor Aranthiel, son of Lorius I and Grand Master of the Order, and I'm honored to meet you. What is your name?
Gonna die a lot. You wanted to see me?
Yes, and I will come straight to the point. You are here because I believe that you are special. Humanity faces a threat that needs to be stopped, and to achieve this, you are indispensable.
You're talking about the Red Madness, aren't you?
Among other things, yes. I do not need to explain to you that the present situation on Vin is chaotic. The wars, the living dead, common people who are losing their minds, to name only the most obvious. What most people are not aware of is the connection between these events. You, however, have encountered it, as have I.
The visions, so you know where they come from?
I do. And I will explain everything to you. What it means, who we are, and what your part in all of this is. Come, follow me. Maybe you already know who I am. My entire life, I served the gods who ruled Vin, until their death 2 years ago. What you probably do not know is that the one responsible for their death is my son, Narazul Aranthiel. He hated the Lightborn because he believed that they robbed mankind of their right to freedom, so he strived to overthrow them. He found followers, formed an army and declared war on them, and thus on me, a servant of the Lightborn as well. It all ended in a battle 30 years ago, which Narazul won. He killed every single survivor except for me, and locked me in a dungeon on Nerim. I still do not know why he spared me.
So the Lightborn are really dead. If you, the Order of the Gods, acknowledge that fact, why do the peoples not know about it?
Good question. Because at the moment stability is the highest good, even more so considering what we are facing. The rulers of Kira and Kile both made the mistake to acknowledge the death of the gods to their people, and the civil wars that followed in their countries are evidence of the chaos that such a revelation entails. Enderal is the cradle of the Order of the Gods, the epitome of theocracy. It is unthinkable what would happen if we confirmed these rumors. I am sure you understand this. Maybe when all this is over that will change, but for now it is imperative that we deny all rumors of that kind.
But you managed to free yourself.
Yes, after more than 30 years, when the death of the gods made the magic around the prison disappear. And during my escape in the northern mountains of Nerim, I also had them for the first time. The dreams. I always saw the same glaring, terrible light. Heard screaming, and I felt like I was burning up from the inside. And above all, like a veil, there was the knowledge of imminence. At first, of course, I dismissed these dreams as the delusion of a man close to death. So I concentrated on making it through the mountains somehow. 2 days after my escape, I was completely exhausted, and I would have died if a former acolyte of my son had not found me.
An acolyte of your son, but weren't they your enemies then?
Yes, but he did not recognize me, and brought me to their headquarters instead, an old monastery in the mountains. The others were aware of my identity, but for whatever reason they did not kill me. Maybe because they thought that the death of the Lightborn had made me insignificant. I do not know. Still, even after my recovery, the dreams continued. At first, I doubted my sanity, but after some time I told the leader of the mages, Constantine, about them. And he said something that I'd never expected. I was not alone. He, as well as many others magically gifted on Vin, dreamed the same dreams. And the more we talked about the matter, the stronger our suspicion grew, which has now turned out to be the truth.
I'm gonna turn up the audio a bit. Like turn down the effects.
The dreams, they come from the same place. They are a shared memory.
A shared memory? You mean the dreams originate from a what? A common mind?
A collective subconscious, yes. I know that you can feel it too, and probably far more intense than we do. But like you back then, we were not able to make sense of the images. So we went looking for answers in the remains of the civilization that was before us, the Pyreans.
Thus the excavations like in old Rashêngrad. What did you find out?
3 things. First, there were many civilizations before us and before the Pyreans. Maybe hundreds, maybe thousands. Second, the history of each civilization unfolded and still unfolds
I'm just gonna turn up the music a little, because I love this song.
Into a pattern. They emerge, they blossom, and at some point, at the apex of their existence, they simply disappear, without any trace. And third, everything that has happened in the past years, and which is still happening, indicates that this disappearance lies ahead of us. We are part of an eternal loop, a cycle, and our cycle is approaching its end.
You mean that the end of humanity lies ahead?
Yes, it does. At first we considered it absurd, as probably you do at this moment. But there came a moment when we simply could not deny it anymore. We began to study the history of the Pyreans more intensely, and the parallels were extraordinary. In its early days, the Pyrean Empire was split up by a disaster, just like Vin was split up by the Starfall after the reign of the Eterna. Also, the Pyreans had a ruling caste who declared themselves gods after the catastrophe. The two castes of the Sun Priest. They, too, ruled until they were overthrown. This overthrowing was followed by an outbreak of wars and chaos. And then, just like that, the Pyreans ceased to exist. They knew it was imminent, but they could not prevent it. They called this event the Cleansing.
If the Pyreans knew about the threat, why didn't they try to do something about it?
They tried, but they failed. Who knows why? Maybe they found out too late, or maybe they were too weak.
How in blazes do an entire civilization disappear?
That is the question we need to find an answer to. The end was not violent, at least not in a sense as we know it. There was no natural disaster, no magical explosion, no plague. Even though there was war in the Pyrean Empire before its ruin, when the cleansing happened, it was as if all living beings simply fell down and died. It is ghastly.
And where do I come in? Where do these visions and my powers come from?
Well, this is the reason why we need your help. Not only episodes of history recur within every cycle, characters do as well.
Characters recur?
Yes. The Pyreans call them the emissaries. They emerge very shortly before the cleansing occurs, like a law of nature, an answer to the Red Madness. And I am one of them, as are you. While I take on the role of the ruler, you take on the role of the prophetess.
I'm supposed to be a prophet?
It's just a description. Call it what you will. But without doubt, it is the truth. Your story matches the descriptions perfectly.
And I take it this is the reason the Neremese mages are here, isn't it? Firespark, Skyrim.
Yes. Former enemies or not, both sides have understood the magnitude of the threat. The magical knowledge of Narazul's former mages is vast, as is the power of the Holy Order. Even though not all of the Keepers agree, as you probably have already noted yourself.
And why me of all people?
I do not know. Firespark the Mage has told me your story. And even though your fate is tragic, unlike me, you were insignificant before your change. So maybe everyone can become an emissary. We simply have not understood the pattern yet.
If I play a role, does that mean that something is controlling me and controlling us?
No. As I already said, the emissaries simply appear at the beginning of the end, like pieces on a chessboard. We are determined by our skills. How and to what end we use them is our choice.
And what defines this problem?
On the one hand, your power. You carry the potential to master any skill within a fraction of the usual time needed. I assume you have already realized this. On the other hand, your ability to look into the past, and therefore into the future.
Into the past and therefore into the future? What do you mean?
Your visions are a window into the past. And as every cycle is based on the same events, it is a window into the future as well. You can feel the thread this world is woven with. And because of that, you can see things that have happened, and thus will happen again. This gift makes you indispensable to us, and it is why I want your help.
Why do you think that we can overcome the cycle in the first place after hundreds of civilizations have failed?
That is the wrong question. The correct question is, what alternative do we have? To wait and die?
Alright, if I can help, I'll try to do so.
Good. However, there's one more thing before the actual work begins. I want you to join our order, and to do so, you have to pass a test. A trial.
What kind of test?
It is the trial the novices have to pass in order to be exalted to the role of a keeper. Only the best students of the Squalor are allowed admission, and even though you have not been a novice, I want you to take it too. At this very moment, 2 novices are on their way to the testing grounds. I have informed them about your arrival.
Where will this trial be taking place?
At the border to the Heartland, near the Whisper Wood. They will be waiting for you there. Take the Myret, talk to Signet Master Bartar, and hand him this package. And then follow his orders.
Okay.
Ah, one more thing. It might be self-evident, but keep your knowledge about the death of the Lightborn to yourself. I do not believe you can do any real harm, but in the worst case, path-abiding people will consider you a heretic. After the cycle has been stopped, we will deliberate upon how we deal with the matter. If and how we tell our people about it. But not now, that is for sure. Now, leave. The sooner we can dispense with this formality, the better.